Hello, myself Mohammad Ois Khan of CSC ANML is here to give a presentation, and my topic is what is system calls. What is a system call? In computing, a system call is a programmatic way in which a computer program requests a service from a kernel of the operating system it is executed on. A system call is a way for programs to interact with the operating system. A computer program makes a system call when it makes a request to the operating system's kernel. System call provides the service of the operating system to the user program via application program interface, also known as APIs. It provides an interface between the process and the operating system to allow user level processes to request service of an operating system. System calls are the only entry points into the kernel systems. All programs needing resources must use system calls. Services provided by system calls: process creation and management, main memory management, file access, file system management, device handling of input-output devices, protection, networking, etc. Types of system calls. There are five different categories of system call: process control, file management, device management, information maintenance, and communication. Process control. These system calls deal with the process such as process creation, process termination, etc. File management. These system calls are responsible for the file manipulation such as creating a file, reading a file, writing into a file, etc. Device Device management. These system calls are responsible for the device manipulation such as reading from a device buffer, writing into a device buffer, etc. Information maintenance. These system calls handle information and it transfers between the operating system and the user program. Communication. These system calls are useful for interprocess communication. They also deal with the creating and deleting a communication connection. Some of the system calls are as follows. Open. The open system call is used to provide an access to a file in a file system. This system calls allocates resources to the file and provides a handle that the process uses to refer to a file. A file can be opened by multiple processes at the same time or be restricted to one process. It all depends on the file organization and file system. Read. The read system call is used to access the data from the file that is stored in the file system. The file to read can be identified by its file descriptor and it should be opened using the open before it can be read. In general, the read system calls takes three arguments, that is the file descriptor buffer which stores read data and number of bytes to be read from the file. Write. The write system calls writes the data from the user buffer into a device such as a file. This system call is one of the ways to output data from the program. In general, the write system call takes three arguments, that its file descriptor, pointer to the buffer where the data is stored, and the number of bytes to write from the buffer. Close. The close system call is used to terminate access to a file system. Using this system call means that the file is no longer required by the programmer and so the buffer are flushed. The file metadata is updated and the file resources are deallocated. This brings us to the end of the presentation. Thank you.